So lately I'm scrolling on YouTube looking at videos related to Tradelands and I could not find a single guide for bounty hunting. So why aren't people making any? Well, it's quite simple. Too many people. They see bounty hunting just as fighting a person and killing them. But some people are really dedicated to bounty hunting. A great example of bounty hunter services are the Angry Bird assassination services. These people get paid thousands of doubloons per successful kill, but sadly, I don't believe they do any bounty hunting services anymore. Now there's two ways to place a bounty on someone, in-game and outside the game. In the game, you can place a bounty by interacting with the bounty hunter NPC. These NPCs can be found in Whitecrest, Nova Belresca, Fort Verner, Blackwind Cove, and Salem. The NPC is a bit hard to find due to it being placed in a ton of obscure places, such as behind houses. Placing an in-game bounty is really simple. You pick any player at all in the current server and the number of doubloons you will give for the bounty. In paying a bounty, there is a 20% tax, which means the person getting the bounty will only receive 80% of the amount you pay. Pretty much, if you pay 100 doubloons to put a bounty on someone, they will have an 80 doubloon bounty. There is no limit to how high you want the bounty to be. If a player already has a bounty, you can place a bounty on them to make their bounty higher. You can also place a bounty on yourself. Now, claiming someone else's bounty requires you to kill the person with the bounty. However, you must be in the opposite faction and claim the bounty in a public server. Congratulations, you now know how in-game bounties work. Now for placing bounties outside the game, these ones include asking somebody else, mainly bounty hunting services, to hunt someone down for a reward such as doubloons. They would send footage or any kind of proof that they killed the target, and that is when you'll give the reward to them. Examples of bounty hunters are
00001_000001
or binary for short, and I'm pretty sure Beyonder J6 has bounty hunting services as well. Now we got how to place bounties and how to claim bounties covered. Now, for the tips and tricks for bounty hunting. I recommend joining us either Blackwind or Halengard, since you'll pretty much be an enemy of everybody, and be able to attack everyone except your own team. Bounty hunting is really simple. You'll find the person you are trying to hunt, then you kill them. That's pretty much it. Most people claim bounties while not even noticing the person they killed had a bounty. Those are accidental claims, but people with bounties higher than 100k doubloons will most likely try to stay out of combat. And it's your job to bring the fight to them. My first tip is to plan everything out. A while ago, I did some bounty hunting with one of my friends, and successfully got a 200k bounty. This is what we did. We had 4 people. The first person was the lookout. The lookout's job is to pretty much join the same team as the person who's getting hunted and call out every action the person with the bounty does. This includes where they are, where they move, etc. The second person was the helmer. Their job was pretty simple. Move the ship to an area where the ship can reach for a snipe. The third person was the sniper. You see, we brought the Manta out for bounty hunting, because it's a decent ship for sniping players, since it has its own mortar platform. The fourth person was the coordinator. Their job was to point out where the mortar shot was supposed to land. We successfully coordinated the mortar shot to hit the exact area the victim was and killed him with one mortar snipe. So bounty hunting requires patience, planning, and overall just pure luck. Note that what I said was entirely from experience. I do not believe that players need to follow the exact steps I did to successfully claim a bounty. But what if you would rather bounty hunt alone? If this is the case, you'll have a really hard time trying to land that snipe, so I suggest you go for PvP when solo bounty hunting. The best kinds of weapons for bounty hunting, which I recommend, are weapons which kill the victim really fast. We'll get to why later. I also recommend using cap lock weapons to get the job done, since they fire really quickly. Or, you could use a crossbow, since it doesn't have an aiming sound effect unlike the flintlock and the cap lock click sound. Another tip in bounty hunting is to not let the person you're hunting know that you are hunting them, or in short, surprise attack them. This is a really good strategy, since the person you are hunting won't be rehearsed for PvP, and will not have enough time to react, which is also why I recommend weapons that kill the victim fast, such as glowies or other 4-hit kill weapons. I also recommend having ranged weapons due to being able to take half of the victim's health is already a huge advantage. Plus, they are most likely not to dodge since they won't have enough time to react. Congratulations! You practically now know everything about bounty hunting, whether it be how to place a bounty on someone or how to claim one. I hope this guide was somewhat helpful to you and fun to watch. If you would like to see more content made by me, Feel free to click subscribe and press the like button. See ya.